because these guys are.
All right, we're live for the fourth quarter of the Eastern Conference, Game 5. Second time's the charm. We tried a different funky streaming service, and, well, we're back with old reliable StreamYard. So, all right, 67-58.
Yeah, 40 seconds to go. A three-pointer. Miami short. They're cold as ice lately here. Rebound Abbott.
The Heat.
Oh, short again. Jeez.
Wait, does this do anything? No. Okay.
So Boston's got a chance to go up double digits here.
I mean, yeah. The problem with Miami is they go on these streaks where they just literally cannot hit anything.
Jaylen Brown.
Oh, we got the box score. Okay.
Well,
I mean, Tatum. This is brutal. Tatum's having a horrible game, and they're still gonna lose. Looks like.
Oh, what a brutal shot that was. Gosh.
Oh, I hate I'm always just so behind you.
11-point lead. They had a wide open three to close out the quarter, Miami, and they just. I've seen a lot of bricks thrown in this game.
Oh, bricks left and right.
Yeah, I mean, guys.
I'm just so behind you.
Are you streaming there, huh?
Yeah.
There's 2 minutes to go left in the game. It's 105-100.
Oh my God, 58 points after 3 quarters. That is just. You know what? I'm really, really happy though that the Warriors got to play Memphis, because that was like a little bit of like a preview. You know?
Yeah.
Because if they just went, I mean, Phoenix is not that physical. Like, imagine if their path was like, Denver, Dallas, Phoenix or something. I mean, that couldn't have happened, but.
Yeah. Yeah, Minnesota and Memphis were the two most physical, defensive teams. But it's the old, how the Western Conference for years was ahead of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
And then now the Eastern Conference seems really stacked with, these two clubs, Miami, Boston, Milwaukee, and then Philly. And then, you got those 4 teams. And who was the 5th seed this year in the East?
Did you say Philly?
Philadelphia was 4 seed. Who was Toronto was the 5 seed.
Toronto's a good team.
Yeah, and then you had the Hawks in there.
The Hawks were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Yeah, right. And then Charlotte's kind of up and coming.
The Nets.
Yeah, that's right. The Nets were the 7 seed.
I don't know if you said them, but
yeah, the Bucks. I thought the Bucks would have been the toughest.
Yeah, it's just with Middleton out. What's really disturbing is that Bam Adebayo went bananas that one game when Robert Williams wasn't in, and now that Robert Williams is in, you just see him. He's just taking jumpers and stuff.
I think Milwaukee would have won that series against Boston if Middleton was healthy, but
absolutely.
It's that's what happens in the playoffs. Guys go down. It's so amazing. You get to the playoffs and then so many guys seem to miss a game or a series because of injuries, because it's so darn physical compared to the regular season.
Yeah. And then also I think that the conditioning aspect of everything is so, in the way that you see Steph really built up his body, because the traditional smalls, they usually don't make. There's a reason why Chris Paul, always breaks down at the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly. Steph probably saw that coming. That's why he started bulking up for his, Chris Paul's, he's kind of,
he's
small.
Yeah.
But, the Warriors Steph and Clay are both built where if you really needed them to go 40 plus in a game, they can.
And Wiggins has unreal.
Oh, Wiggins has got unreal stamina. Yeah. But you remember when Durant and Westbrook were with OKC, they used to play 46, 47 minutes.
Yeah.
And Clay used to go all 48 a couple times in a key game. I think Game 6 Clay against OKC. If you check, I'm going to check how many minutes he played. I bet he played at least 40 because he was so. Let me look. I'm going to look that up. I'm just kind of curious. What was that? That was 2016, right? Yeah, that was the year they won.
2016 Game 6 Western Conference Finals.
Check that out.
Dan, are you worried at all about Game 5 with the Dubs?
Yes and no. No, because I think the Warriors know they don't want to go back to Dallas. Because if they go back to Dallas, anything can happen, and you got momentum's going their side, and now you could be looking at a Game 7.
Oh my! And like our crowds, everybody in the crowd sphincters would be so tight. Like, because imagine, like, the 3-1 lead. This would be the first.
Yeah.
Just setting records left and right.
Yeah, I just
the 3-point shooting variance.
I just think that they kind of know they need their rest because of the condition of the team, the age. Oh, wow. Boston's putting it to them. Dang it. 3-pointer by Brown.
Yeah.
72-58.
And Tatum hasn't done anything.
We really want Miami to win this game because you don't want it to end in 6 if Boston has a chance to close it out on their home court.
Oh.
Okay, the box score for that was 108-101. Unbelievable.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear Butler's not right.
Okay, listen to this. This is when the Warriors were younger. Draymond played 42 minutes and 40 seconds in Game 6. Steph played 41.
And that was when it was like nursing an injury as well.
Yeah. Clay 39-35. Andre 38 minutes. Then you had Harrison Barnes 28 minutes, Bogut 27. So, but 3 guys basically playing 40 minutes and Iguodala 38. I mean, wow. That was such a crucial game. And then I'm just curious if game
Fable JVC, I know. It's just that Boston finally got it going. And the Heat, I mean, it's 8-2 in this quarter. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What are the Heat are not going to? What are they going to score? 72 points? Like,
Boston's just more athletic and got more guys that are truly more skilled.
I mean, Butler is 4 of 17. I mean, they needed Jimmy buckets today.
Yeah. What did KD do in that game?
Oh, KD was really bad in that game.
Game 6, 31 points, but he was 10 of 31.
Yeah, he was trashed down there.
And one of 8 in the 3-point line. Russell Westbrook was 0 for 5 from 3-point and 10 of 27 from the field. Jeez. I remember Steven Adams.
Totally agree, Fable, JVC. That's why I want to see Miami, because they go in these freaking – if they're not scoring in transition, they're really not scoring at all. Like, they need those transition buckets to get it going. And they just go in these funks where they can go quarter and a half without scoring. And today it's looking like 4 quarters of that, just because – I mean, that's when you need your superstar to step up, and especially at home, they need Butler to hit some big threes.
Yeah, what was the game Boston blew with the big 4th quarter lead?
In this series?
It was a home game, too. I think it was the previous series against Milwaukee.
Yeah, they blew one versus Milwaukee, and then, I mean, they were up they were controlling game 1, and Miami came back.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. Yeah, I have a feeling that if Boston pulls this off, it'll be tough. I think Boston's experience of didn't they have a chance to close it out against Milwaukee in Game 6 and they lost, and then
No, they had to win Game 6 to push it to Game 7, right? I think.
Yeah, they had to win Game 6, but they won it on the road.
Yeah.
Right. So, but they
won it big on the road.
yeah, and I'm trying to remember how that series went.
They absolutely barfed away Game 5 at home.
Was it 5? Yeah, 5 at home, and they had it, and so that gave Milwaukee a chance to win it at home in Game 6.
XL
So
suffering B.
I got a feeling that
totally agree. Need because Tatum, if anybody's not watching this game, Tatum's not right. I mean, even the last game he played really well, but his threes aren't going in. I think that's kind of an indication he's got something going on with his shoulder. So yeah, praying for it to, not praying for injuries, but praying for it. I just want everyone to be a little banged up. It's all right.
Let's see. Okay, 3 by Duncan Robinson, short. Bam at bio. Rebound. Boy. Oh my goodness. Just carelessness.
Man, the free throw. I mean, they've only shot 10 free throws. What? Yeah. You know what that is, though? That's Rob Williams being back. They're just
a foul on that last play. When Bam was down low, he got clobbered. I don't know how refs miss something that egregious.
I mean, the free throw disparities have been shocking, but it's like it's over. But
turn out the lights, the party's over.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I keep saying like how like Boston doesn't have any bigs. I mean, honestly, aside from Rudy Gobert, like Rob Williams is probably the most disruptive. When he's healthy, he's probably the most disruptive paint presence in the league.
Well, Miami's going to have to pull it out somehow in Boston to force a Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, they did it before. I mean, what they're going to need to do is they're going to need to turn it into a football game and pray that the refs give it with they hit them with a little David Stern magic.
Boston is the team that Boston and Milwaukee were the two teams that I kind of looked at the most as matchup wise. With the Warriors, it would be tough.
They're the in the entire Steve Kerr era for the Warriors. There's only one team that has a winning record.
Oh my goodness!
It's Boston.
Big downtown shot from
Jaylen Brown.
Downtown Brown. He's the new downtown Freddie Brown. Used to be with the Seattle Supersonics back in the day. He was guy could light it up from deep. Ooh, I like Jalen's shoes. Look like Kermit the Frog out there, man. Those shoes with the green unis.
Yeah. You know, I'm thinking who do you think is going to be the most annoying guys? Like Grant Williams. I wouldn't be surprised if Draymond punches Grant Williams. I wouldn't be surprised if Marcus Smart punched Grant Williams. He seems like the most annoying guy in the NBA.
Well, Draymond can't get a flagrant 2, or he's got he's got 2, and you can only get 4. That's another thing. I am so fed up with the rules of the NBA that it's 4 flagrants and you get a suspension in a game. It should advance by, if you go 4 flagrants, okay, first round you get 4. If you make it to the second round, it should bump up to 5, and then the conference finals you should 6, and then you should be able to bump it up each series you move on. Because what's the difference? Oh, look at Grant Williams on the ground pretending he got. Did he? he got poked in the eye or something. He's waving everybody off. Okay.
I just don't know how this team, I don't know how the matchup's going to go. I mean, Tatum, got to hope Tatum, the lights are a little too bright, / his shoulders, giving him trouble. Because Curry 100% has to be the best player in the series.
I mean, Tatum, when he gets on a roll, man, he's incredible.
He actually usually kills the dubs.
Yeah. Miami scores 4 in a row to pull it to within 19.
Wow.
Or 2 in a row, maybe.
6 points in the quarter.
Just I can't remember. But every play, there's somebody going down or fouled, and
oh yeah,
they call it now and then. But I mean, it's borderline preseason football.
Yeah, I really hope that the finals don't turn into that.
Yeah, I hope not either. Yeah, because the East definitely has been more physical.
I'd say outside of the Golden State Memphis series, that was pretty freaking physical.
Whoa! Look at that guy go flying. No call. That was Tucker. I mean, Tatum gave a shove to Tucker. I don't know if he was acting there or if he really took a shove. Okay, Miami's trying to come back, but I think it's too little, too late. 17
they're
down.
Outdone. They need Tyler Hero.
Yeah, they got to get about 8 more stops in a row and come down and.
It's going to be really important. Fable JVC's just said Jaylen Brown's the guy I most worry about. Jaylen Brown is really athletic and he can get it cooking, but him, along with honestly most of the other Celtics, but especially Jaylen Brown, has large stretches where it looks like he doesn't even know how to dribble. Like, and it would be huge to have GP2 back in the game because I think it could just be pickpocket city versus them.
They're gonna definitely need GP2 because you've got Tatum and Brown, who, I mean, I would think you'd want to put Wiggins on Brown because he's so quick. And then Tatum, I don't know who you would put on Tatum, but dang. Or you could put GP2 if he's playing on Brown and then put Wiggins on Tatum. Tatum's 6'10", isn't he?
Yeah, he's big boy, like 6'9". But I mean, I think the thing with Tatum is you got to just force him to. You can't let him have these games where he has like 15, free throws. You got to force him to, because he will, chuck it. He will become a chucker from downtown.
Did I just see Marcus Smart on the sideline there on the bench, suited up?
How do we? He's asking, how do you think we match up with Horford? I honestly don't know. I'm pretty concerned about our ability to get into the paint, and which is the big problem in the Memphis series. Like the threes are fine, but it's like
Horford's a tough matchup because he can shoot from the 3, and so that, oh my goodness, flying tomahawk dunk by Jaylen Brown. Oh my goodness, he came flying down the lane. I got to see that again. You're probably just getting it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna. Rob Williams, we got to get Williams in foul trouble.
Yeah, Williams really gave him a hard time last.
Remember that game when Curry got hurt and we had we basically looked like the Heat in this game. Like they just clamped us.
Yeah. Boston has the ability to really take it to you.
Well,
okay, Williams is out guarding out on top. Oh my goodness. Air ball. Wow. Yeah, this is Miami's going to have to get their heads together and go in and play like they.
Well, I trust Spoelstra to.
Yeah, this is the first game teams won back to back. It had been every other game switch off. Wow. Yeah. I just hope somehow it goes 7 because that means, Boston will want to finish it off in 6, especially if the Warriors win tomorrow. And they see that the Warriors have a week of rest. Boston's going to say, well, we want, 5 or 6 days of rest. We don't want to, they built the finals so that teams get a little bit more rest. But Boston, if it goes 7, what's this?
Finals are June 2nd. So the next game is going to be on the 27th. If it's a game 7, it'd be the 29th. So they'd have between the 29th and the 2nd, and they'd have to fly across the country.
Right. I thought Cy said the other night he thought this series had maybe an extra day in the East.
No.
But no.
No. It's because of the play-in games they had to do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Pierce says they have 3 pretty big guys down low, 4 if you include Tice. Yeah, I don't include Tice. Tice is actually not a bad player, like bad hustle player, but
when you have that many guys down there, it's not bad. The thing it does for a team is it gives you some extra fouls, like on Looney or something.
Yeah,
to come in.
Looney's going to have to be massive this series. I mean, I guess like we got to start Looney, put Draymond on Horford, Wiggins on Tatum, Clay on Brown, and then Curry on Smart.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me, Brown. I mean, the Celtics give me a little more concern.
Well, because they can switch when the thing of it is, it's like they're similar to Memphis, except for Memphis either has Ja on the court or they have their backup, Tyus Jones. And it's like those are 2 guys that are not good defenders. So that's like one weak link. But Miami's point guard is Marcus Smart. Boston point guard is Marcus Smart. So they literally can switch everything. They don't care if Smart's on Curry. They don't care if Brown's on Curry. Jalen's on Curry. Horford can hold up.
No, it's tough because they make you work for their points, and if the Warriors are not hitting their shots, it's tough. This is what happens. Look at Miami; they're not hitting their shots, and it gets ugly quick. That's what Boston has the ability to do is make you really look ugly quick. Whereas Memphis, they play the tough defense and they can lock you down, but they don't always seem to pull away. I think Memphis, if Bane wasn't hurting against the Warriors with his back,
it could have been different.
It could have been a really tougher series because he reminded me a little bit of Clay a few years ago. Clay with when he gets hot from the 3-point line, Bane.
Yeah.
But
I'm honestly a little worried about Game 5 for the Warriors. Like, just because they're shooting, like I know Cy always says like, oh, there's no way they can shoot like this, but like they're shooting 39% in the playoffs from 3. Like they are, and if they put up 53s and they hit 40% of them, and the Warriors aren't, playing a ball, we could easily lose that. But it did feel
20 for 50s. What's that? That would be 60 points. Yeah, 20 for 50. And is what you got to go.
I mean, didn't it seem like Kerr? Like it was almost like a heat check, a coaching heat check by him with the way he was like playing like Moody and Kuminga like in the closeout series, and it was almost like he was trying to develop them on the fly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it gives them good minutes and gets them into a rhythm, like Bob said last night. Guys need rhythm because it's like a relief pitcher. If he hadn't pitched in a week and then he comes in, it's not going to be too effective generally.
Yeah, I mean, so Tom Pierce says we're not going to be able to drive to the hole that great, probably similar to the Memphis series. Totally. It's just, and Rob Williams, it's just whether he's in or not. I mean, he has his knee issue, and it seems like he's kind of, they honestly, Boston, like the most plugged in people, the Bill Simmons of the world, like they don't know like if he's going to be playing game to game. So, yeah, I mean, we just got to hope that they kind of run out of gas.
Yeah. Interesting. See what happens here is wow. Come on, Miami. Hit a 3 here and they pull it to within 10.
The thing is, where I'm like watching this through my Warriors mind, where I'm like, oh, if they get it to 10, like they could easily win this. But then it's like, no, this is Miami. Boston can get pretty careless with the ball, though, like in a very similar way to Golden State. Do a lot of stupid stuff.
I think that comes with teams that are super athletic and have more movement on the offense and just, trying to get cute with a perfect pass. Wow, you got White on Tatum. Huh. Or no, not White on Tatum. Oh, that was an air ball by
Gabe Vincent.
Yeah, that was.
White's a pretty good player too. I mean, Derek White's I'm kind of shocked they traded a first-round pick for him, but he's a really good defensive player. But his offense seems to come and go. I mean, yeah, I don't know with Smart. Smart, I mean, he's kind of playing like he's a little injured as well.
Smart's not playing tonight, is he?
Yeah, he's playing, but he's just.
Oh, I thought he was out. Maybe I read the pregame report and it said he was out, but then I saw him in uniform.
Yeah,
Marcus Smart, 22
minutes, 5 points.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're resting him now, figuring he needs that.
Yeah, they've won the games when he's been out. Actually, surprising.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Did you catch any of the Giants game today?
Oh yeah.
Jock, how about Jock, man, and Longo?
And Longo.
Yeah, two knocks for him. And Joey Bart finally almost got a hit in the last at bat, and he got diving catch. Boy, poor Joey. But that Walton kid looked pretty good, filling in for Craw.
Yeah, he won a gold glove, like a minor league gold glove or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's more valuable than Vosler because he can play short.
Yeah,
and his bat is not bad.
He's got a little pop.
Yeah, did he get 2 hits today?
Ooh, I don't remember, but he doesn't like in the minors. Like he wasn't like hitting for average, but it seemed he was hitting homers. If I seem to think so.
Let me see. Walton.
Well,
1 for 3. 1 for 3, but
Fable JVC says, I thought in game 4 that Poole and Kuminga were too passive on their drives. As soon as their defender put their shoulder into the driver, it made it a stop and back out. I think Kuminga was a little like, half of his brain was like Kuminga brain, like, oh, I should just take it. And half of his brain was like, oh, I got to play within the offense. So it was understandable. Poole.
Oh, man, Boston. Gee, they couldn't get a rebound. Oh, my goodness. They had like 4 or 5 cracks at the shots, and Boston missed them all. Ooh, what'd they call?
Yeah, I think a huge key to the series is getting Poole going early, because this is, and also for tomorrow. Like, I mean, this is kind of 2 games in a row where he was a bit of a dud.
Yeah, he did hit
that clutch ass 3, but
yeah, in game 3, yeah. Boy, this is so physical. No foul there? Oh my goodness.
Do we know who's reffing the Warriors game tomorrow?
Has it been announced yet? Let me look. I know Kawakami's always putting a tweet out about it. Who's reffing? Let's see. Still can't get over that game last night.
Oh, I know. I heard Scott
guy.
Foster too, which is not. I mean, honestly, Scott Foster's been kind of weirdly, I've always felt like he's kind of a decent ref for the Warriors, but I mean, his nickname is the Extender for a reason. He's all about extending these series.
What do we got? There's an article Cy put out in a tweet about Iguodala. It was a wasted roster spot, but what are you going to do?
What?
No, makes GP2's recovery all the more important. Yeah. There's a report on Iguodala about Dr. Brian Feely on the status of Andre Iguodala and if he'll be able to return.
He's got to hop in for a little bit just so he can say that he's played in 7 finals.
Yeah. That's right. He played with Miami too, huh?
Yeah. He was pretty off on the mark, a bunch of threes. Yeah, Poole, I think I said it before. It's like he's such a hard worker. You can tell he's got like one of those trainers where, he just constantly has all these crazy moves and combo moves and different things. But like when he has it going, he starts playing very improvisational, like Curry, like in a Curry-esque way, and it's beautiful to watch, and that's when he gets cooking. But at the start of these games, when he's cold from 3, like the moves, you can see him pre-plan out the moves in his head before, and that's why I think sometimes, he'll do something and then it doesn't work, exactly. And so then he just, kind of pulls it out, stops driving.
What do you take of this? Mark Willard tweeted 5 hours ago, "Say it loud for the people in the back, George." And
about Grant. Yeah, George Kittle came out against Grant. That's how you know. I mean.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Grant's kind of pushing the envelope a little. I mean, I hear what Grant says. And a lot of it's just, he's just trying to be funny a lot, like, hey, breaking news.
Yeah.
Jimmy G, it's May 25th and he's still on the roster. I think that really upsets a lot of the players.
Oh yeah. I mean, I personally, I haven't met the guy, so just based off the content and, with my fan brain on, like my whole group message of buddies are all just like, God, this guy's the worst. just always like, I mean, he's like basically like, it's weird. He's like the Nick Wright or like Skip Bayless of our Niners fan base, but like he does have like a really big following of people that.
Yeah. Yeah, this game, so 55 seconds left. It's 93-80. So it's I'm actually 15 seconds behind you or more, yeah, because you're gonna,
I didn't hear you said Tom Pierce said John Lund was throwing Grant under the bus this morning big time. I mean, yeah, it's I mean, he needs to like almost like clarify like I'm not a report, or like it's like I'm not like an official reporter. Like I'm doing is right. Parody law. Use parody law.
Yeah. His Pud Fatty. His father's a diptard. Yeah. What's the dad's name? I used Lowell Cohen. Yeah, I used to read him in the the green sheet, the Chronicle.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely some Lowell haters too, because I was reading an SF Gate article about it, and they were like, and his dad, who once compared PED users to murderers.
Oh, wow.
Ranger 44, I agree. I mean, it's good to have a guy that's fearless like that will ask him tough questions. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the problem is, you know, a lot of things Grant says are really good, and then, but when you're have access to a team's, and all as you do is, you shred the coach, the quarterback. When you're shredding Jimmy, you're really shredding Kyle too.
Well, exactly. Like, I don't think he has anything against Kinlaw personally, and honestly, like, I think that he just likes to.
I don't think any of his stuff's personal, but it gets views. But it's,
he likes to make fun of, like, I get the feeling that, like, he hated the pick and made fun of the pick just because, like, it's like it was something he got ahead of, and it was like, it's a way to kind of, poke at Shanahan and Lynch for their drafting and whatnot.
Yeah. So, what do you think? You think we should final thoughts, close it out here? Or?
Yeah, final thoughts. I mean, what's your prediction for the next game? I wouldn't be surprised if the Heat ended up taking it, just in like some sort of. I mean, that's just how weird and funky this series has been.
Yeah, nothing will surprise me. They're professionals. They're veterans. Spoelstra is one of the top 3-4 coaches in the league. He's going to have them ready to play. A lot of it will just come down to execution. If they execute the game plan and hit their shots, Jimmy's a bulldog, and he's not going to want to go out. Lowry, Bam.
I have a feeling that the thing that worries me is that, like, the betting markets have been so heavily on. They moved so heavily towards Boston, and even towards this game, they had Boston favored, and it made me think that there may be some inside information on Butler's health.
Yeah, Butler's knees bother him, and what's going on with Hero? Is it a hamstring or something?
I'm actually not sure.
And who else was out tonight with Miami? I thought someone else was.
Hero's out. I mean, Lowry might as well have been out. 0 for 6.
I think hamstring was bugging with a little bit issue with Lowry, and I think Hero was a hamstring too. You get into those hams.
I mean, this is unfortunate. This is what a lot of the, if you're like an NBA hater, what you'll say is like, okay, I mean, the game just boils down to who makes their threes and who doesn't. But I mean, if you look at it, so Boston was 10 of 33. The Heat were 7 of 45 from 3.
Wow.
0 for 7 from Strus, 0 for 5 from Lowry, 1 for 5 for Butler, 1 for 5 for Tucker, Gabe Vincent 1 for 7. Oladipo 0 for 3. Cody or Caleb Martin, I can't remember. 1 for 3, and Duncan Robinson 3 for 10. So, wow. Well, at least Duncan maybe got some playing time.
Hey, here's some interesting news with Mark Jackson from Joe Lacob, came out yesterday.
Really?
Warriors owner Joe Lacob said former Golden State coach Mark Jackson couldn't get along with anybody else in the organization. Just how divisive was Jackson, whom Golden State fired in 2014? Ethan Sherwood Strauss. What is this? Let me blow it up here a little bit. Okay. TV power was, I can't even, man, that's small. There we go.
What I will say about Mark Jackson is that the players, it's weird that, all the executives and all the front office guys are, he rubbed them the wrong way. But I mean, all the players still, I mean, even Steph Curry on Draymond's podcast, a month ago was saying, he's got to get another chance. Like, he gave them all confidence. And I think, I think he kind of instilled like a us versus the management vibe, which is
right. Yeah, there might have been some of that because they definitely, wanted him out. And I guess he made a gay slur about Jason Collins when he was on the coaching staff.
Yeah. And I think the religious stuff got people, it was a
little... Yeah, he was extensive reporting on the cult-like us against them atmosphere Jackson had cultivated, in which he regularly demeaned the bosses to those within the locker room.
The funny thing is that Sacramento could maybe use that, like the us versus the Kings.
Yeah. That might work.
Give those guards some confidence too.
Two sources relying that Jackson had referred to Jason Collins and team president Rick Welch, both openly gay, as penis grabbers.
Yeah,
who were going to hell. Oh boy, yeah.
Well, that's I mean, I
hey,
was a long time.
It's a long time ago. He maybe he's grown from it and deserves a second chance. But anyway, so we'll be on tomorrow night after the Warriors game. I think tomorrow night's game's at 5, isn't it, instead of 6?
Is it? That would be the first game that isn't at 6. Mavericks Warriors.
No, it's showing 6.
Okay, yeah, 6 o'clock. Hopefully, we'll be popping some champagne, and
so we'll probably be on about 8:30.
8:30. Yeah, that's probably about right. All right. Well, thanks everyone that joined. I know this was kind of an impromptu, funky thing, but we just thought, why not give this format a shot?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, never met a man I've been scared of. Careful, you gon' get exactly what you asked for. Here for whatever you bring me, getting handled. I answer to no one, I don't need to hassle. Yeah.